Fellow Americans, good morning. Certain dates echo throughout history.
The January 6th insurrection.
January 6th attack on the United States Capitol.
The January 6th Capitol insurrection.
January 6th.
January 6th.
January the 6th.
January 6th.
Including dates that instantly remind all who have lived through them where they were and what they were doing when our democracy came under assault.
These clear acts of sedition and violence and terrorism.
A violent terrorist attack on the Capitol.
Such an attack on our democracy.
Violent attack to overthrow an election.
The worst attacks in American history.
If I can't have it my way, I'll burn the whole country down.
Dates that occupy not only a place on our calendars, but a place in our collective memory. December 7th, 1941. September 11th, 2001. And January 6th, 2021.
Newsflash, nobody gives a fuck about it. We all admit that shit was pretty dumb, but that's about it. When we saw the news, we were shocked and we were kind of tense. Like, damn. Then we forgot about it by the 10th. Nobody's walking around stressing over Jan 6. It happened and that was it. We haven't gave a damn since. It's all good when riots are kept in the hood, but now you're freaking out because this was in the neck of your woods. Now it's a big deal. Now it gets real. Now it's important to us. Not back then in 2020 when stores were boarded up. Not back then when goods were looted and folks were brutalized. Not then, but right now, because it happened to the suit and ties. That shit's way above my head. We were fucking shit up all year with demonstrations that left dozens dead. But people like Nancy didn't flinch. In fact, they loved it then. People will do what they do. Bitch, ain't that what you said? Yep. There's literally compilation videos of you and all your colleagues inciting this kind of crap. So it's very fascinating to watch you swallow your words. You put your own foot in your mouth and now you're forced to dial it back. It's fine when you encourage it in my town, in his town, in her town, when the whole fucking city's being burnt down. You smile as you give the green light for mobs to rob shit, but as soon as it comes close to you, then it's a problem. Got it. I don't condone what happened on that day, especially the officers that were assaulted. I would never dare. But as for all the politicians that were there, you fuck us over all the time, so don't expect us to care. I care more about the store owner that's getting beat down in front of his shop just for trying to protect his place of business. He would probably help me if he saw me on the ground dying. Y'all wouldn't do a damn thing. Shit, you'd probably say good riddance. You walk right over me like I was a crack and you were trying to save your mother's back like a 5-year-old kid. If you did acknowledge me, you probably nudge my body and go, aw, little fucker must have died of COVID. You know it's true. Stop bluffing. All right. They do absolutely nothing that is trusting. Kamala, for you to compare this to Pearl Harbor and 9/11 is disrespectful and fucking disgusting. Bitch. That's the most self-centered thing that I've ever seen. Compared to those events, it's not even worth remembering. No one that I know is even still paying attention to it. We'd all forget this shit in like a month if nobody mentioned it. Yep. And you know it too. You're gonna milk this thing and squeeze it till it's bone dry and it won't drip any juice. While your stupid committee's wasting money convicting people from a year ago while CNN runs continuous loops. Yep. We would rather hear you address a million other issues. We don't want to listen to you cry. Get a fucking tissue. So many things could be dealt with in a jiff, but you would rather sit in front of us and smell your own shit. I refuse to show concern for a group of people that I have no respect for. I won't go there. I'm not happy about it. I'm not mad about it either. I'm just neutral on the issue. I just don't care.
All right. G'day, everyone. Welcome to ComicsMATE, your mates in comics from the land down under. I'm Dean James, and I'm here with my co-host ComicsMATE, and Crazy Mad will be here in a minute. Say hello, ComicsMATE.
G'day, everyone. I'm ComicsMATE, the man with playing from the land down under, and it's good to be here, dude.
Yeah, appreciate you joining us. You know, it's a bit off and on, but I love every moment I get to spend with you, ComicsMATE. You are my boy.
Appreciate it, my man.
But yeah, we'll say hello to the chat and everything first. And I've got some news. I actually need the chat's advice and what your opinions are on the situation, what to do, because I don't know what I'm going to do about this, right? Uh-huh. But it's about the membership giveaway, so we'll go into that in a second. But let's first say hello to everyone. But I do have some terrible news, guys. For real. Hail Mo, good to see you, mate. He was first here today. He says, hail ComicsMATE and hail ComicsMATE. Hail Mo. Bow. G'day, Oz. Good to see you, mate. Hey, joining us. G'day, do you want to play a game? You bloody legend. Full of sick reviews. Yeah, when I said the other week that I wasn't sure who recommended that animated movie to me, it was Do You Want to Play a Game?
Oh, yeah.
He's full of sick recommendations. Oh, excuse me. Just had to burp. G'day, awesome one. No longer a member. See, justice has prevailed. unless he decides to become a member again just before this, because the giveaway is in 2 days. It's gonna be my birthday in 2 days. I'm
Wow.
gonna do the giveaway then. So look forward to that, everyone. Yeah, who else we got? Henry. G'day, Henry. Good to see you, mate. Hello, gentlemen. Hello, Henry. It's a pleasure to have you here. It's always good to see you. Oz, did I say hello to Oz already? I don't think so. G'day, Oz. You bloody legend. Now that I see that Kemosabe is thankfully still alive, I can only imagine that Dean's terrible news is that some meth head stole the box chock full of cocks. No! No.
But is it worse than that?
No, it's not worse than that, but it is directly
Okay.
related to the chock full of cocks box. We'll get to
That's
that
a
in a
worry.
second, though. Yeah, it is a bit of a worry. I was really pissed on. I'm really like this happened just this morning, and I am really pissed off about it. But so I need what everyone else thinks. I need you guys to know. Crazy Mad's in the chat, but he's supposed to be on the panel. He's not here yet. But g'day. If Dean delayed the show any longer, the viewership was going to drop lower than his white blood cell count. Is that? I was never good at science, so I don't know what that means.
I think they think you've got AIDS.
I do not
sorry,
have AIDS.
AIDS.
That is a blasphemous lie. G'day, Apex. Good to see you, mate. Welcome. Become a member, Apex, because we're doing a giveaway in a couple of weeks. Adam, Jan's 6-inch erection. That's what I thought they were talking about, but apparently not. G'day, Ray. Good to see you, mate. You're not a member either? What the hell, guys? I'm doing this massive giveaway, and it's just going to be Henry, Oz, and Adam getting the membership, getting the giveaway. I can't believe Mo lost his membership too. Justice for Mo. So yeah, appreciate all you guys coming here. G'day, Matt. Good to see you, mate. I'm going to see you on the weekend, right? Matt's going to come over on the weekend. He wanted to come over yesterday, but we just closed the Embrace on Kickstarter yesterday. Did you see that?
That's huge.
Yeah, made over 3K for our second chance thing, and then the Embrace 2 is coming in a couple of weeks. We had a few people in the chat saying, I'm going to back the Embrace 1 when the Embrace 2 comes out, and it's like, cool, legends. I appreciate you guys. So we're already making pre-sales on the Indiegogo.
I mean, that's the great thing about your second book is you get a chance to bundle it with the first.
Oh, hell yeah. Wait until you guys see what we have in store for you on the Embrace 2. It's massive. There's heaps of shit. Even some things I haven't even shown Odin yet. There are surprises for everybody involved except me. I know everything. G'day, Corey. Good to see you, mate. Yeah. It means I have AIDS. I hate that.
I hate that.
I definitely don't. Yeah, justice for Mo. Exactly. Somebody give Mo a membership. Crazy Mad certainly is a member. You're actually one of the best mates members. Remember how I made the different levels of memberships because YouTube told me to, and I wasn't expecting anyone to actually get the most expensive one? I have 3 people in the ComicsMATE's best mates memberships. That is ridiculous. That's like $40. Not for one. The 3 of them combined is like $40.
Even still, it's just amazing what people will do.
Ray's like, what the fuck? I was a member.
I think
well,
he's
it
wondering
seems
what he was a member of.
yeah, that's true. Does another kid bite the dust in the Embrace 2? No. We are done with the child murder for now. Maybe in the Embrace 3. I don't know.
Wow.
I was worried the bad news might be that Dean lost his voice saying those 4 sentences during the Embrace closeout stream. Yeah, look, Odin talks over me constantly, so I just wait until I'm asked questions. Because honestly, I do not want to get into an arguing match with Odin when he's just going to cry about it later.
He's a pretty enthusiastic guy. He's very verbal when you get him going.
Crazy Matt, other than me, who are they? It's you, Katie, and Frog G, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm not sure. Yeah, every dollar, it pushes me to the USA. It pushes my trip a little bit closer. I literally am just, every bit of money I make, I'm just saving up to go to the US.
That's awesome.
Odin is cool. Odin does all right.
Look, cool's a strong word. It's a very strong, to blanket sort of
word,
say, to say someone's cool. Like Odin, I mean, there's 3 words I can say in a sequence that makes a sentence that makes sense. But you could also say the monkey is purple. That makes sense. It doesn't make it true. I'm just saying, Corey. I like it.
This is true. Yeah.
You don't throw around.
I like Odin. Let's leave it at that.
Let's leave it at that. That will always need to be said, especially 4-letter words.
Thought the bad news was Ellie was going to watch season 4 of Gay. Oh, she's definitely going to keep watching that show until it ends. And they keep asking me. It's out right now. I think it's doing season 3 right now, but it hasn't been cancelled or anything. And Ali and Anthony both asked me, they're like, do you guys want to watch it with me? I'm like, fuck no. Like, I can't think of anything I would rather do less than that, honestly. You can fuck off. But yeah, imagine Dean gets here just in time to witness Biden's re-election. I will fucking blow my brains out if that happens, Mo.
Just wait till January 6th.
Jake has been to the US twice. Do better. Yeah, but it's cheaper to come to the US from the UK than it is to Australia. Australia to the US is literally like the longest flight you can take. It's like 30 hours or something. It'd be like 19 hours and then another like 10 after that.
Yeah, it's more than a
For
whole
real.
day.
It is fucked.
Wouldn't be
It is
cheap
honestly
either.
fucked. Yeah, I know. My like, I'm going to bring my Switch with me, and my Switch will definitely die before the plane even lands. So I don't know what I'm going to do for the second half of the plane trip, but you know, I'm
Hopefully
going to do
those good
everything I
seats
can.
that might have a power socket that you can plug it into.
Yeah, just talk about how great and accurate the Rome Assassin's Creed game is to Odin. Yeah, I always bring stuff up like that. I tell him that like 300 is my favorite movie and Braveheart is the reason that I know anything about Scotland, and you watch him lose his fucking mind. It's hilarious. Ray's a member, you bloody legend. Thank you, Ray. I appreciate you. Let's do the little thing. I've got to do a thing. I'll find something better, but until then, this is the thing we play whenever we get a new member. That was for you, Ray.
Happy in the first half, and then it got exponentially better.
G'day, Billy. Welcome. Thanks for joining us, mate. Yeah, masterful move, Corey. Exactly. But yeah, honestly, like the giveaway's in 2 days now. So it'll be the 19th for you Americans and the 20th for us, which is my birthday. And yeah, read comic books on the plane. I'm bringing my tablet because I'll have a bunch of digital comic books on there, but I can't bring a small pile of actual books. But yes, that is the plan, Dale. But yeah, also welcome, Dale.
Comic books on there.
G'day, Crazy Mad.
It's about time. I had to restart my whole computer and everything. It was a nightmare. A fucking nightmare.
What are you talking about? Like, how long does it take you to turn your computer off? My computer's like that.
Yeah, but then I had to reload like literally everything. It was horrible.
Oh, that sucks.
Hello, I'm the man with the plan from the land of Ohio.
Yeah, Crazy Mad. The man called Crazy Mad. If you won't watch Interview with the Vampire with Anthony Alley, will you watch The Acolyte with me? No. I won't watch. You sound like Crazy Mad Shifty. He was asking the same shit, and I'm like, I'm not watching any Star Wars with any of yous. These are all terrible. And honestly, what's worse, Star Wars or Interview with the Vampire? They're both the same shit to me. Have you seen that like gay witch one in The Acolyte?
Yeah.
Have you been watching The Acolyte, Crazy Mad?
Yeah.
You know he has. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I've been. To be fair,
he's hate watching.
I've been hate watching.
No hate watching. Unless
No
you're pirating it,
fucking
hate
hate watching.
Get away with it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, no more hate
There's only so
watching.
many
though.
hours
Do
in
you
the
know,
day.
man, do you know what hate watching has got us? Velma has got a season 3 confirmed
There you
now.
go. 3.
That's what
crazy.
hate watching gets us.
I have never watched Velma. Not one single episode.
No,
Well, I appreciate that at least.
Crazy Mad. No single raindrop feels responsible for the flood, and yet,
Yeah.
I haven't watched 1 second of Interview with the Vampire because I think Anne Rice sucks total ass.
Oh, good thing. Alex
Yeah, well, I mean, the Anne Rice books are definitely better than the live action TV show now. Like the old movies are much better than what they're, adapting at the moment. Like it's literally just gay porn. Like if you want to be honest about it,
the books.
and turn around and be like,
the
I
books.
just like this because I just want to watch vampires, bang each other in the ass, then I would at least respect it. I'd be like, okay, at least you're being honest about it. But they're not. They're denying it. They're trying to say this is what the books are like. It's literally not. It's literally not.
The movie was totally gay too, so
No, I like what's it called? Queen of
Interview
Men.
with the it was okay.
I was like 12 though, to be fair.
I just hate
Yeah.
the whole rock star vampire shit. That just was stupid to me.
Oh, definitely.
The books get
Yeah,
gayer
Train
as they go along.
Spotting,
Like the first one's
everything.
not that gay, but as it goes further and further along, they get gayer and gayer. And by the time you get to like I don't know, the third or fourth book, there's like they're sucking blood out of each other's nipples and stuff. Like it gets pretty gay.
Oh wow. Well, I've only read the first book because they made us do
Stop
it at
there.
school, in high school. Yeah, everything I need to know about Scotland I learned from Train Spotting. Train Spotting is a fucking classic. It's
I
one of
thought
my
it was a
all-time
documentary.
favorite movies. What?
I thought it was a documentary.
Yeah, it might as well be, right? It's legit. It is good stuff.
Everything I know about heroin use, I learned from Trainspotting.
Hell yeah.
From Scotland.
That
G'day,
movie's in
Bancroft.
Scotland?
Welcome.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, what?
I just thought they were all Brits. All of them are the same.
No, that movie's super Scottish. That's not even British. That is like very much Scotland. But g'day,
Brit-
Bancroft. Welcome.
Brits, Aussies, all the same.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Just
You know what?
Just let that one slide.
It's actually weird how you guys can't tell the difference between British and Australian. Like everyone,
they can. They're just fucking with us.
Yeah,
They
we
totally
totally
No,
can.
they can't. They
yes,
can't.
we can.
No, you can't.
I can.
Yeah, I mean, you probably can. You spend enough time with us, but in general, you just can't. Bancroft missed a key moment. I'm not sure what that key moment is.
I remember this one interview. This guy's going around asking people what they thought about this is years ago when Schwarzenegger was running for governor of California as an Australian bloke, going around asking everybody, "What do you think about?" They say, "What's your accent? Where are you from?" He goes, "Oh, Australia." He goes, "Oh, well, you can take him back. You can take Schwarzenegger back." He like he comes from Austria. He comes from Austria. They're like, "Oh, Australia, whatever. It's all the same to us." I'm like, "That's
Yeah.
yeah."
Austria and Australia are the same country. I don't even know.
Literally
like,
the same
Austria is
country.
in Germany, right? It's like
You
in
guys
Germany.
You guys just need to understand that it's America and then not
Everywhere
America.
else.
Yes.
I mean, you could at least divide the West and the East. That would
Too hard.
be acceptable.
I mean, there's still
From the
China.
Atlantic to the Pacific. That's all they care about.
Sure. Did you know I only know we're in the Pacific Ocean because of Pacific Rim?
The school system failed you, my friend.
It really did. I honestly, the more like the older I get, the more things I realize that I didn't learn in school that I should have. And it's like, wow, like they really like other than my math teacher, I swear I must have had 2 good teachers in my entire school life, all the way from like, primary school all the way through high school. Not one of them taught me anything except maybe 2 teachers.
Yeah.
And one of them was a math teacher.
No, the system does not work.
You guys
Homeschool your
aren't,
kids, everyone.
You guys aren't in the Indian Ocean?
No.
Did not know that.
Yeah, no, we're in the South Pacific.
He's shook right now.
He's like, "What? My whole life was a lie."
He's looking for an atlas. He's like, no, I've got to check this out.
Yeah, like and subscribe for the Pacific Ocean. We were speculating about Dean's news. One of my guesses was that he has GAIDS. Then he was really late, so I said if he takes much longer, the viewership will be lower than his white blood cell count.
That's pretty good. That was a good one.
Yeah, wow. What's a Velma? That's a good question. Yeah, stop hate watching and learn to pirate. I swear, I pirate everything these days, and I only buy things if I've pirated it and then, I actually enjoyed it. I don't trust any of the mainstream entertainment anymore. Like, I'm not going to pay for their stuff up front. Check it out first,
Michael
most of the
Bancroft
dodgy,
says-
most of like the woke stuff's on Netflix. I don't have Netflix, so I just.
Well, I have
know,
Netflix, but
all
I
the
don't
shows
pay
even
for it.
know about. Yeah.
My family has Netflix because it comes with one. Like, I think it's my mum or my dad have like a Netflix thing attached to their phone bill, and so everyone in the family just has Netflix for free except for like my mum or my dad, whoever it is that's paying for it. But like I would never pay for Netflix, and if my parents get their phone bill, like I think it's my mum's, but like if that phone bill gets cancelled, we're done. Like no more Netflix. I don't even use it. G'day, Jolly Green. Welcome. What's this news? I'm getting to that. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of the chat first. G'day, Ed. Thanks for joining us, mate. Good to see you.
See, Michael Bancroft says Indian Ocean to our left, Pacific to our right, Southern to our south. There's no such thing as a Southern Ocean.
Haven't seen. You should see Trainspotting. It's honestly sick. And even number 2 is really good too. But like
really?
number 1 is a classic. Number 1's a classic. Shifty likes the Acolyte. You would, Shifty. This is why we say you're full of bad takes.
This is the worst Shifty take I've ever heard.
Right?
Cool.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Shifty. G'day, Chris. Good to see you, mate. Thanks for joining us.
In fact, Mo, will
filthy
you time
junkies in Trainspotting?
will you time Shifty out for that comment, Mo?
Thing is why I smoke crack. Bow. Good man, Mo. Yeah, Trainspotting is honestly awesome. Like, I don't have a single bad thing to say about Trainspotting. It's sick.
I've only seen that
You've
one
been
scene
to
where he's trying
Edinburgh,
change
and
the
it's pretty
sheets.
dodgy. What'd you say? Sorry.
I've only seen that one scene where he's trying to change the sheets.
Oh yeah, that is. Man, did you see the end of that scene, or did you just see the start of like how it happened? Because he ends up taking the sheets out into the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw all of that?
Yeah, well, I saw like the
disgusting.
consequence of it. Yeah, it's awful. Like,
Yeah, that is absolutely disgusting. Honestly, he's one of the best characters in anything, though. He's just so lovable. I can't remember his name right now, though. But he's a great character. He's such a... And, like, they leave him money at the end and everything. Like, because there's the whole thing where they, like, get a bunch of money from, like, selling drugs and stuff. But then one of them, like, runs off with all the money. Spud! But he leaves money. He leaves some money for Spud. Because Spud's such a nice guy. And it's like, he is a nice guy. I love Spud. Dean, congratulations on your tax dollars paying for Furiosa. I've heard Furiosa isn't bad. I'm actually going to give Furiosa a go when it comes out on those pirating websites I was talking about. I'm
definitely going to watch it.
Like, you know, I really like Fury Road.
Yeah, George Miller does a good job, and nobody does it what he does at that scale. Nobody does the contrast. Nobody does. There's nothing else like it. You can't say, "Oh, well, don't watch Furiosa, go watch this instead." You could say, "Don't watch The Acolyte, go watch some other Star Wars show or some of Firefly or
there's no other
Farscape or something." Like, there's nothing even close to. You can't point to anything else that's even in the same hemisphere as it. You can't go. Although James Franco has got a Mad Max ripoff movie coming out, but it's even still, you know, it's not going to be on the same scale, the same sort of the idea of smashing different cars together and making these hybrid creatures, the bullet farmers, just all the stuff that he does. This world building that goes beyond your typical post-apocalyptic sort of scene that nobody else does like George Miller. So it doesn't matter if people go, if it's woke or whatever. They said the same thing about Fury Road with the girls. The girls were useless and incompetent. Like, Max did everything. The only thing that Furiosa had over him was that she was a better shot with a rifle. Well, I think that's just interesting. That's interesting that she's good at that way of warfare and he's good at everything else. There's that scene where he walks off with a gas can, comes back covered in blood, and there's nobody pursuing them anymore. And he's like, "Oh, it's not my blood." Like, the dude's a lethal motherfucker. So give her that one. It wasn't woke. It wasn't woke at all. They were objects that were like trophies that were being chased.
And they were cool. Honestly. Like when that one chick dies, you were like,
movie.
no.
Yeah, it's such a top movie, and nobody does it like George Miller. And I think a big misstep that I can see from the outside, because I haven't watched it yet, is casting Hemsey, because he's just too obviously Chris Hemsworth. No matter what he is, no matter what he's in, he's
got a big fake nose, man.
So
he doesn't actually look like him. But apparently, Chris Hemsworth actually steals the show in Furiosa. Apparently, he's great. Be
surprised. He's pretty charismatic.
Yeah, I like him a lot. Yeah, he's a good actor. I like all the Hemsworth brothers. Liam Hemsworth too. Sure.
Is there more than two?
Yeah, I think there's 3. But Liam
and Chris the third one.
Famous.
He's like, I'm not Chris, I'm not Liam. I'm the third one. You should still sleep with me.
The third one's done a few things, not very much.
G'day, Ellie.
Well, I saw a thing where Brad Pitt's brother's like in finance or something, or like an interior designer or something. He just this really normal sort of job, and he looks
just like a normal
Brad
dude.
Yeah, but he's just kind of like just a bit chubbier around the face, but he's very similar looking, a bit younger, a bit chubbier because he's not as ripped and he hasn't been through what Brad Pitt's been through. But it's just like he's just like, yeah, I'm just like matching curtains and doing finance or something. I can't remember what it was, but it was a really mundane job.
Yeah.
So he's never been inside of Jennifer Aniston or Angelina Jolie.
Some would consider that a plus.
Yeah.
But some
I would have
people
stuck with Jennifer Aniston, honestly. Who the fuck is like Angelina Jolie's alright, but what the hell was he thinking, honestly?
I think his handlers told him to do it. Or I mean, I don't know, maybe he's just
his handlers.
But now that they're all aging.
Yes, Spud. Yeah. Spud shat the bed, he sure did.
Literally,
but yeah, did you hear, because Furiosa failed in the box office, they've now put a hold on the next Mad Max movie? Like, it's indefinitely too. Like, it doesn't look like it's going to come.
And this is the real cost of this stuff, aside from like the cultural cost. Everybody hear those kids having a good time?
We can, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Children's laughter.
Yes.
Yeah. Jennifer Aniston was smoking hot in the 90s. The fact is that something like Furiosa, which probably isn't woke and probably isn't like I've got stories where the protagonist is a female. Like it's not a dirty word. It's not a misstep to have a female protagonist. It's just about how you handle it, you know.
Yeah. We don't want
Ripley kicks ass. Ripley has always kicked ass.
No one wants a Mary Sue.
Yeah, exactly.
But a female protagonist is fine as long as, they don't win
Jonas
every
Brothers.
time. You know, they have to go through their ups and downs too.
Sure, that's it. That's good advice. Mo says a movie doesn't have to be work to be mediocre or bad, and that's true. And I don't know if Furiosa
That
is
is
good
true,
or not. I'd be
yeah.
surprised if it was bad because I don't think George Miller really misses. But maybe it is mediocre. I haven't seen it. I can't say. Maybe I'll watch it. I'll get to the end of it like that. It actually fell flat for me. So I'll have to wait and see. I did like Michael's comment about more Hemsworths and Wahlbergs, but fewer than the Skarsgårds.
Yeah, the Skarsgårds are good too. I like the Skarsgårds.
I didn't know there's more than one.
Yeah, there's the dad, and then there's like the new Pennywise. You know, like it.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
of course,
I actually watched his new movie. Yeah, that's their son. But I just watched his new movie, Boy Kills World, and it's sick.
Yeah,
honestly, it was
sick.
it was really fun.
There's
Isn't he going to be in The Crow?
Yeah.
Yeah, the nobody watched that movie though. That's another one of those let's not watch anything because that looks really bad. You've had multiple people from the cast because it was filmed a couple of years ago. They're not on contract anymore, yeah, and they're all saying it's terrible. So just like don't even bother with it. Don't save your money, honestly.
And isn't one of the Skarsgård the bad guy in the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie?
Yeah, that's another one of the Skarsgårds. Yeah, no, with the big head, the one with the big head.
Yeah, that's who I'm talking about, Dean.
Yeah, he's a Skarsgård.
I was gonna say because old mate who played Sinestro in the last in Ryan Reynolds one. I don't think you're going to get a better Sinestro than that guy. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. He was in Sherlock Holmes as well. He was just
he's in Kick-Ass as well. He was good.
Perfect casting for the role.
But yeah, anyway, my terrible news, guys. Right? Remember how I've been ordering books and things for this great like big box chock full of cocks giveaway? Become a member today, right? X-Men Mutant Genesis 2.0 showed up in the mail today and it's damaged. What should I do? Because I don't want to send out damaged books. I mean, unless you guys don't care. But like, I feel like you would care about such a thing, you know? Like nobody wants it. No, it did arrive, but it's damaged. It's like water damage. And so all the pages are all crinkly and there were stickers on the front of the book.
That sucks. So my mentality would be like,
I'm pissed about it.
Not expecting you to buy a whole nother one. Like that's if
an
you
expensive book, man.
Yeah, if you were like top leading bloody crowdfunding type comic making guy, if you were what's the guy that does Lady Death? Brian, can't think of his name. Anyway, he pulls like 100K every time he does a Kickstarter on Lady Death. Like he's just quietly putting along on Kickstarter, doing his own thing, putting it at titty books, making bank. If you were that guy, I'd say yes, order another one for everybody. But I'm sort of like going, well, just put a different book in there or have one less book. Like this is a really unofficial sort of just backyard type event. Just go with what you got.
Chris is like, get a refund. I mean, I could get a refund, but that's beside the point, Chris. Like, you know, like, do you guys still want a book even if it's damaged? Like, I would think that you wouldn't. Like, I don't want to put a damaged book in there with all these other, because, you know, the whole thing is like, these are great books to read and they're all awesome and, you know, probably collectible.
Well, Henry Bemis asks, can it still be read?
I mean, sure, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what you're putting it in there for, is to be read.
Yeah, but I don't want to send it crappy. Yeah, like Henry's saying it'll be a reader copy. So you want it? Do you still want it, guys? I don't know.
Well,
either way, how damaged is the book? It's damaged enough for you to notice. The second you look at it, you'll be like, oh, what the fuck happened here? You drop it in a puddle. Honestly,
if Shifty, Awesome One, or Eric Grant wins, then yeah, send it.
Yeah. Well, Awesome One's not going to win because he's not a member anymore.
Oh,
so,
well, that's good.
Yeah, justice. But yeah, how damaged is the book? Yeah, pretty damaged. But yeah, see, like it's been bothering me all day. But yeah, just, you know, let me know what you guys think and what I should do, because, you know, I can just not send a damaged book and send something else. Like I can just get another one of, you know, because there's other things, there's other options. I could just buy something else. But, you know, what do you guys think? Anyway, while we mull that over, do you want to actually talk about some stuff today?
Sure.
You want to see something cool? I mean, not cool. This is actually, I was actually going to make a video about this, right? But check this out. Like, I'm just going to talk about it here because, you know, I'm falling behind on videos anyway. I got another video that'll be coming out later tonight, guys, just because it's nearly finished, but we've got to do this live stream and everything first. Billy's like, still send it to me, but you're not a member, Billy. But yeah, all right. You remember Sweet Baby Inc? Remember their bullshit? Did you know that Black Myth Wukong which is about the Monkey King. It's going to be sick. Honestly, this game is highly recommended. Everyone's saying it's great. But apparently, Sweet Baby Inc. tried to shake them down for $7 million.
Oh,
right? And they're like, you pay us $7 million
or else,
because your game is not, diverse enough, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, this, Black Myth Wukong straight up said no. They're like, we don't need your shit. Get the fuck out of here. And now all of a sudden, IGN and everything are all talking about how these guys are sexist, even though they're not. There's no evidence of it. They even got community noted on Twitter a few days ago. So you might have seen this going around. But basically, we now know that Sweet Baby Inc. charges millions of dollars for their quote-unquote services.
Yeah, I mean,
which,
it's
destroying games.
You hear the same thing about like halal food and stuff, where they extort money. They say, look, if you don't pay this, you won't get this, and if you don't get the seal of approval,
hell yeah,
then you can't go forward with them. And that's when they say extortion, that's not an exaggeration. It's like, here's not a nice game you got here. Be ashamed if something happened to it, but if you pay us this much money and make a few changes that we recommend, that we will make for you, if you pay us the money, we'll recommend them. We'll continue to. We won't say anything negative. You don't even have to say anything positive. You just get the seal of approval. G'day, Dave. You just won't necessarily say anything against them. But what the misstep, aside from all the bad press that Sweet Baby's got lately, diversity mafia. Exactly right. And it used to be LGBTQ plus mafia, and now it's moving into DEI, they call it. That, like there's a mafia element to that too. Despite all the bad press they've got lately, they still don't understand that more people are against them than with them. Like, people might make the right sounds to sort of go, yes, diversity, etc., etc. But the people actually make the decisions. The people who spend money on things. Let's go back to Furiosa. It tanked. There's no reason for it to tank, except in this current climate, George Miller didn't realize that people were going to push back against what he was pitching. And I don't think he was necessarily probably pitching anything too controversial. It's just that we've had enough of this. Yeah.
People straight up saw it and they thought it was a girl boss. And they're just like, yep, no, I'm out. People have had enough.
Yeah, they have. They've had so much of it. They're so sick to the gills of it, so full of it, that when something comes along that is potentially not even a girl boss, just, again, I haven't seen it. Maybe she gets her ass kicked. Maybe she's Mary Sue. I don't know. But just say that she wasn't. Let's just say it was legit. People aren't going to see it anymore because you stare at the abyss too long, the abyss stares back. Like, people have been looking at this stuff for so long, they're seeing it in places where it might not even be. So all this is going to do is give Wukong positive press. People are going to be saying, people have never heard of it. Yeah, people have never heard of it. Looking at it, like I'm not a big fan of the Monkey King mythos. Like, I'm not interested in it at all. There's so many Monkey King games. There's like a half a dozen of them. The only thing I like is the old Monkey Magic TV that used to have back on ABC with the bad dubs. I love that show. But anything else, I just don't dig Sun Wukong at all. Does not vibe with me at all. I'm just like happy for it just to exist over there and be awesome, whatever.
Yeah,
it's going to
let it be there.
Yeah, but now I'm like, okay, well, I'm interested now. If these guys are willing to push back against the DEI, willing to push back against the diversity mafia, I'll give it some attention.
Well, I think that's how most people feel. I think that's how most people feel because it's now the #1 wish list game on Steam because it's not out yet, right? Yeah. And the Sweet Baby Inc. detected curator group that was, I made videos about that and they're like, it was everywhere ages ago. Has now got 400,000 people following it.
Wow.
So it is a massive group compared to what it was even just a couple months ago when we first spoke about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I heard about this game years ago and it did look really good. But now it's like, all right, I thought it looked all right, but I probably wasn't going to buy it. Now I am going to buy it. It's on my wish list too. But I'll get this game.
I have a problem with Sweet Baby Inc. saying a game with a Monkey King protagonist isn't diverse enough.
Come on,
yeah, I know.
Like, what the fuck, man? It's about a Monkey King. It doesn't.
It's an underrepresented demographic. They're really reaching deep. I mean, he couldn't have been more diverse if he was trans, queer, poly, disabled, trans. Like you could throw 10 tags on a dude and he wouldn't be as diverse as a living, talking, breathing monkey. I mean, that's real diversity.
Well, yeah, there was a meme. I'm trying to find it right now. It's, that meme where it's like all the women and NPCs and stuff were all crying and they're like, no, it's not diverse enough. And then it has like all the chads of all the different races looking at this guy going, that's literally me.
Yes.
Like, yes, yep. This is it's a great thing. And honestly, like I mentioned it in my last video too, like Sweet Baby Inc. at this point caused more damage than they, than good. And if you get, there is multiple examples of games shutting down, like games, like actual games failing, like Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. There's multiple examples of indie games devs just straight up closing entirely because they couldn't afford a massive bomb like this. And
I mean, that's what happened to Rocksteady, isn't it?
Now,
Look at what
Rocksteady might be shutting down for real. Rocksteady's Warner Brothers talking about it right now. They might shut down Rocksteady entirely.
Look what's happening to the new Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, fuck that shit too. That looks terrible. That's gonna make me buy what's it called? The other one, the good one. Hold on.
This is the
Odyssey.
No, what? No, not the Assassin's Creed game. It's gonna make me buy bloody Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, that is.
Oh, yeah.
That is a fucking amazing game.
Oh hell yeah.
Can
Hell yeah, because if you want to play as a samurai or a ninja or whatever, you want to play as an Asian dude. Like I don't give a shit about this race bullshit that they're trying to pull. Honestly.
Apparently, the black protagonist in that goes around and just kills villagers and like takes their money and stuff. Like,
well, I mean, that's just not accurate to real life at all. I don't know where they get that idea from. But this is the real
enough, yeah. You're diverse
this is the
enough,
real
right?
barometer. Like fucking dollar value, where people put their money. That's the real barometer of what's successful and what's not. Hogwarts Legacy made crazy money. This is going to make crazy money. Like people are pushing back with their dollar, but ultimately it all trickles down. It all filters down to where it should be. Like this diversity stuff, it doesn't make money, and it hasn't been making money for nearly a generation now. If you want to, like, people talking about political correctness being out of control in the 90s. I remember them making fun of it on like Saturday Night Live and in Living Color and stuff like that. Like this stuff's been going on for a generation now, and it's done is just tank one property after another. Rocksteady potentially shutting down. Like, do you think you're ever going to get another Batman Arkham game? Forget about it. Like they're done. You know, and Assassin's Creed is done. You know, and they've been pushing it with the gay protagonist and the male female. Like they've always been really, really super diverse and super lefty about stuff. And do you remember the trailer for Asgard where it was trying to portray the invading Vikings as like, I don't know, gentle, friendly visitors who are trying to help fleeing women from the village. Like, oh, we're raiding the village and killing everybody, and we're just going to let you guys. He's like going like, shh, come on this way, just quietly get out of. No, they're going to rape and kill you. That's what they do, and that's what they did. And that's what they'll take your slave or whatever. Like the fact they had to twist reality around, twist history around, just to try and fit their narrative because they're so anti this or so anti that. It's not paying off. It hasn't been paying off for years and years, and the pendulum is swinging back in a big way.
It's more than not just paying off these days, man. Like it's actually causing damage at this point, you know, like it went from I'm not going to buy that because of the clear like just diversity bullshit that they're pushing on us, to now there is like even just the general audience are going, oh, this is another one of those, I'm not going to buy that either. So they're actually losing sales rather than just not gaining any, and it's gotten worse over the years.
Having their label, like being known as someone who has engaged the services of something like Sweet Baby Inc. actually costs you money. Just having it being known.
Ubisoft, man, CD Projekt Red, like all of these game companies that I absolutely loved are just like they're all embracing this shit, and it's not like, remember Volition? Remember what happened to Volition because of Saints Row? Remember what happened to them?
How can you get that wrong? Like Saints Row is such a simple formula. You've really got to be working hard to screw that up, and yet somehow, and then when people
Grand Theft Auto,
and people said, look, here's my concerns. Here's what you guys are doing. We think it's a misstep. We've been fans of the series since longer you've been alive, longer than you've been working on these games, longer than you've been at the studio. We think this is a misstep. And they start posting like troll gifs and stuff at them to say, we're going to do what we want. Well, hopefully what you want was to go out of business because that's what happened to you.
Right? Yeah, exactly. And there's countless examples at this point. Honestly, at least the companies are clicking onto it too, because now they're like, no, you are going to damage my stuff. Like this isn't okay. And there's like I mentioned it in one of my last videos, Rocksteady had to take a what's it called? It was some sort of payout, that they do for the investors and everything. And it's something that they only do when a brand or product has faced unforeseen significant damage. I just can't remember what it's called at the moment, And this was literally the Sweet Baby Inc. backlash, which was what they didn't see coming, and has now completely destroyed any reputation they had. But so go check out that new game. I mean, honestly, like it looks sick. It really does look good. I'd play a video, but I can't be bothered getting one up. But yeah. G'day, Akuma. What terrible news I just got here. Welcome.
Whatever you do, Dean, don't tell him the terrible news, even after he asks.
Yeah. X-Men comic for the giveaway was water damage. That's That's about it. Yeah, it showed up in the mail, and it's all like all the pages are all crinkly, you know. And so like I wasn't sure, like, you know, I might not put it in the box at all and just put something else extra in there, but it's damaged and it's unacceptable. So either way.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I win, I will take out 7 to Eternity, put in a copy of Starblades, and send it out to another winner.
So generous.
But yeah, even that, you know, like X-Men Mutant Genesis 2.0 is such a, like, that was one of the crown jewels of this giveaway too, you know, in my opinion. So it's like, it's not easy to replace that one. I'd have to replace it with a few different books, honestly. But yeah, you want to see something sick?
Always.
Yeah, ignore this, right? Ignore this lady asking why, because, you know, only a girl would ask why. Men, you know why we're doing this, don't you?
Because it can be done.
We're going to knock this rock off this hill into the water.
I saw the start of this, but I didn't see the punchline. I didn't see how it ended.
Yeah, check it out. This is great.
We want to see the big splash. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need to ask why. Yeah. Yeah. Asking why just proves you don't understand it.
I love the dude holding his leg like he's going to reinforce it.
Why? You'll just never understand. If you have to ask
no, they
why,
wouldn't. And they never band together like this to overcome an obstacle. You won't get 5 or 6 women band together for a simple common goal and say, yes, we're going to do this, we're going to make it happen. I mean, there'll be a committee first.
Weak.
I am disappointed in all the other guys standing at the top not helping.
Right? Look at the sheer joy.
Hell yeah. Amazing.
Way better
Worth
than I thought
it.
it was
Worth
gonna
every
be.
second of it.
Totally worth it.
But yeah. See, and look, you got women in the chat asking why straight away. Katie's like, why? Akuma is like, why?
I think men have a need to come together in groups, in armies and bands and war bands and, you know, bands of brothers and stuff, to band together to find that camaraderie, to overcome obstacles. We, you know, that you got like men's sheds, you got sport teams, like in times where there's no war, where men don't have to hunt together, you got hunting parties, but you don't have that sort of stuff. Guys will try to find a way to do that sort of thing, even something as simple and as basic and, you know, kind of pointless as this, but it still got done. And when men don't have this sort of outlet,
as a kid.
Yeah, it's absolutely the sort of thing a bunch of kids get together.
Because F that rock, that's why. But yeah, no,
That's a good
at
enough
my
reason.
primary school, man, we were in like maybe 3rd grade, right? And there was a big rock just like this in the school garden. And it took us like 3 weeks, but we dug around it and we flipped the rock and rolled it down the hill and it landed in the gutter, right? It was still there when I left high school because no one ever moved that rock ever again.
That's your
and
legacy.
There was no reason for it. We just wanted to do it because to see if we could. And that's how men work, and that's why men are great.
See, Bill Burr does this skit about the WNBA, right? He says the WNBA is failing because women will not show up to watch a team group of girls get together for a thing. Instead, they would rather watch Real Housewives, where all these bitches just tear each other down, saying, "Oh, you got flat titties, bitch," and all that stuff. So girls would rather watch other girls tear each other apart than watch team camaraderie stuff, where guys will just band together and do
for a common goal.
Yes,
that's surprisingly accurate. That is, you know, and they watch these drama shows. They watch even something like you know, these cooking shows and that. There's an element of competition. There's an element of tearing the other person down. It's not about being the best you can be. You probably even see that when Bear Grylls did that island survival thing. It wasn't Survivor, it was like Survivor. He had the men's island and the women's island, and the blokes ended up. He's done it a couple of times.
Man. I've actually got that whole thing saved.
It's amazing.
Right? There's one big special episode that I've got saved because I want to show the difference between the men. The women were like starving, and they get a pet pig, and it's like that pig is supposed to be dinner, girls, And then the men have got like these nice little huts that they've made, and they're fishing with nets and shit that they've like strung together. And honestly, like I've got that.
Yeah, the women are like racing
day
snails and stuff, and the guys are hunting crocodiles. Like it couldn't be more different.
They did. I forgot about that. They fucking killed a crocodile. The dudes were sick in that show. But yeah, I've actually got all that saved, and we can have like a special episode one day, and we'll watch it because it's just on YouTube.
I think
free, so
everybody should watch that. Everybody should watch at least one episode of that, if not the whole thing. It's like some sort of amazing sociology study that you can watch for free. And it's entertaining as hell. But yeah, just to go through that and go, this is, and anybody that's lived, 20 years or more is going to point to stuff and goes, I've seen that happen in real life. That's a real thing. I've lived that. I've been a part of that, or I've seen that happen parallel to my life. It's definitely something people should engage with.
Oh, 100%, man, 100%. But yeah, as I said, we've got that saved. I've had that saved for ages. We can actually watch that on here one day. Because if it's on YouTube, I assume that we won't get struck down watching it, right? It's just on YouTube for free. No, but it's just on YouTube on someone else's channel. Like it's not on an official thing. It's just someone else has uploaded it to YouTube, and they're fine.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, then, yeah, you could probably watch it.
Yeah, I would assume so.
But I know there is some stuff, like some movies on YouTube that, even though it's on YouTube, they'll strike you down for it.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
they are petty bitches.
Ali's channel was struck down during the game show for that. Honestly, I think it was bullshit because we definitely were talking over it enough. But it was like we're gonna have to find a different show, that sci-fi show, and she's been locked out of her channel for like 2 weeks or something because of it. But her channel still exists, I think. But yeah, we're just not allowed to stream the game show for a couple of weeks. But it will be back probably next week. But anyway, from what strong men do to what weak men do, you want to see?
I've been seeing it for the last 10 years, but yeah, go for it.
Oh, Jason's here. G'day, Jason. Kemosabe is still alive. How bad can the news be? The news is that a book showed up damaged, Jason, for my giveaway. It's damaged, and I don't know what to do with it. I'm actually really pissed off about it because I spent like $100 on this book, and it's just damaged.
To be fair, with the amount of times that I disappear, though, I do like I would not be surprised if one day, this is awful. I would not be surprised if one day you had to come on a stream and actually tell people that I had died.
I mean,
like I don't know.
It wouldn't be the most the least believable thing that I've ever said on here. Let's be honest.
Sorry to put that on you. Sorry that one day you're probably going to have to deliver that news to people.
I mean,
don't die me just next.
That's the saddest day in human history, right there.
Right? Yeah.
Thanks.
Hold on, Akuma's saying, don't replace the replace the X-Men book with your comic. I will. Like, I mean, I'm going to be putting a copy of the Embrace in there anyway. So remember the foil cover that was the Virgin variant on the first campaign? Yeah, we've got a copy of that that's going in the box. So
I had a visitor here the other day, and I was able to show them your comic. I was able to show them my comic. Like, it was really cool to be able to pull that down off a shelf and say, "This is a comic that my friend drew and my other friend wrote," and they're like, the minds were just blown.
Oh wow!
It's just amazing. Just say this is a real comic, and they're looking like this is a real comic. It's a real story and everything. I'm like, yeah, it's a real. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, Kemosabe. Kemosabe.
Oh, that's amazing.
G'day, Jinx. It wasn't my fault. I just showed up. I believe you, Jinx.
R.I.P. Steve.
But yeah, R.I.P. Steve. Star Wars will never beyond Star Wars being crap, I just can't watch it anymore because it reminds me of my friend. Like, I won't even watch the old ones anymore, I don't think. It'll be a few years before I can actually sit down and enjoy Star Wars again.
I have to ritually watch Star Wars for Steve and also Mad Max.
Fucking love Mad Max. I can't get enough Mad Max, honestly.
It's one of those things. Like they made a Resident Evil movie every year for like 10 years, or every second year for like 10 years. There's like 6 of the fucking things, and I enjoy them. I like them for what they are, but
they are terrible. As a fan of Resident Evil, they're terrible.
Yes, they're horrible.
You got to look at them as their own thing, absolutely. But how do we get like 10 of those? We've only got like 3-4 Mad Max movies. Like, that's so unfair. There should be one put out every second or third year. They should just constantly churning those, because there's enough stuff to do there. You could broaden that story enough, and you can't just write it either. It wouldn't work as a book. You couldn't just write a series of Mad Max books and put them out every couple of years. Imagine saying, trying to describe the car, cresting the jumping and crashing and landing, bits flying off. It just is a visual spectacle. We need to be seeing them physically in front of us on the screen as frequently as possible. It's bizarre that it took, like, when did like Thunderdome come out? It came out in like 85 or 80.
It was before I was even born that movie came out, honestly.
Yeah. I think it's 85. So like it took them like 40 years before they had another Mad Max come out. That's mental. Why did it take so fucking long? How's and there's so many bad movies that get made. There's money gets thrown at these terrible things, and you see these movies losing hundreds of millions of dollars. It's like, where was $100 million to make a Mad Max movie 10 years ago? Why the fuck did it take so long for us to get Fury Road?
Especially like Akuma just said, Godzilla -1. Godzilla -1 cost $10 million to make. It really puts everything into perspective, because that movie doesn't look bad, and it's a great movie. So the fact that they're spending, 10 times the amount on those other ones is just bullshit. It's honestly bullshit.
I tried to watch -1 like 3 times, and I fell asleep all 3 times.
Well, I mean, you watch Star Wars, so your opinion is...
don't like. I hate watch Star Wars now. Okay.
How much
does it make you happy?
Acolyte. Yeah, does that make you happy? How do you feel? Why do you do that to yourself?
Because
yeah, go on. Sorry.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan from the original trilogy, right? Like, and I've read so many of the EU books, and I just love the world. But I mean, this is a bastardization of it, really. So I watch it so that I have the right to bitch about it, really.
Is it true, seeing as you've watched it, because I saw some things on Twitter, is it true that they just had a bunch of lesbian witches make a Force baby with lesbian magic?
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's
that is true.
Yeah, that's next level. Crikey.
Amazing. Way to take away from how special like Anakin was, and how, the whole thing with Palpatine and Rey and all that, like, way to just absolutely destroy Star Wars, Disney. Holy crap.
Right? Like,
guys.
And I mean, this supposedly takes place like 100 years before fucking the prequels, right? So Yoda is still alive and on the Jedi Council. So having the Sith show up is just fucking stupid. Like, they shouldn't even be on the radar because they're believed to be extinct.
Yeah.
Which is the whole reason Palpatine was able to do what he was able to do.
And it just blows my mind. These people have so little knowledge of the mythos and the world itself. And you've got all these EU books. I remember people reading those when I was in high school, and I've been out of high school for 25 years. These books have been around for a fucking long time, and they couldn't even go to that. They couldn't even bastardize that. They had to come up with something completely new. They had to just completely discount that, because when they look at that, they saw a straight white male with a gorgeous wife having a bunch of kids and being successful. Like, fuck no, we don't want that. And they went completely in the opposite direction. They had to tear it all down.
Problematic, yeah.
To think that you've got that much beloved source material, like, people love the EU stuff as much as the original. Like, there's people who are so into that. That is canon to them. There's nothing else. There is that.
Yeah.
And to completely discount the whole lot of it is such a slap in the face. It's so disrespectful for everybody that's ever worked on it, everybody that's ever loved the franchise, and to think that you can do better. Like you put me on Spider-Man right now, I'm not going to be able to do better than the people that I think had the best era of Spider-Man. I could do better than probably what's going on there right now with the Spider-Goblin, whatever the fuck's going on there.
Definitely. The Spider-Goblin is ridiculous. Tell me you've run out of ideas without telling me you've run out of ideas.
It's shocking.
And that's literally all Star Wars had to do for the sequels, is bastardize the fucking EU books that were already there.
Yeah, instead they tried to make it not canon and then just make up their own shit after it that all just fell apart real quick. Like, where's Mara Jade? Honestly, where is Mara Jade?
Where are fucking Han and Leia's real kids? You know what I mean?
Real kids, not this Ben Solo Jr. motherfucker. Yeah.
And why would Leia name her kid Ben? She had no real ties to Ben.
She didn't really know him. Luke knew him.
Yes.
But then they retconned it so that he helped her escape in the...
Yeah, he trained her behind the scenes. We just never got to see it, yeah.
That's fucking stupid.
It's stupid, and I don't understand when it would have happened, because he died in the first movie. Like, they're like, oh, Leia knew him before that. It's like, did she, though? Like, really? I don't think she spent that much time with him. Holy shit.
In the Kenobi series, they fucking retconned it to where he met Leia when she was super young.
A little kid, yeah.
Which doesn't make sense when you go back and watch, the original movies. Like, it's all stupid. They just are dumb.
Yeah.
No. So it's one of three things. Either they've never watched it to know that it doesn't work. they've watched it and they don't give a shit, so they do it anyway, or they've watched it and they're too stupid to realize it doesn't work. Like, no matter what way you slice it, they come out looking worse off. Either they don't care enough to do the right thing by the mythos, they're not smart enough to see that there's a problem, or they never watched it, so they don't even know what they're doing is non-canon and doesn't actually make any sense.
Or there's no other perspective.
Or all three of the above.
They know, but don't care.
Some version of all three of those. Sorry, Dean, what were you saying?
Yeah. I was saying that I think they know the stories and stuff. Like they're aware of the EU and everything like that, but they just don't care. Like, and even the people in charge of like these productions is saying, oh, don't worry about it. Do whatever you want to do, even if it doesn't. Like, they're not double checking and triple checking the law. So they're just like, fuck it, who cares? And I think they are aware, but I literally don't think they give a shit.
Well, I mean, they lost how. What was your video? They lost $11 billion. Disney did, right? Like last year.
Disney, yeah, they lost billions of dollars last year. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah,
but yeah,
well,
the top 10 biggest bombs, they lost $6 billion just in the top 5.
Like, if they would have just bastardized the EU for the sequels, made the KOTOR shows or whatever, and done it justice, like, that's a license to print fucking money.
Mm-hmm. Well, because it's already been successul. People already love it. They've already published the EU novels. People already love them. People reference them. The amount of like Mara Jade fan art and stuff that I've seen online, and I've never even read them. I've only ever seen like the first 3 Star Wars movies and a couple of the first one of the new one where they fight Darth Maul, like of the middle sort of ones. I haven't seen any of the new ones. I saw what's that one with the. It's not got any Jedis in it at all. They're like trying to plant a bomb. Or
Andor,
something.
Rogue One.
Yeah, that
Rogue
one. I saw
One.
that one.
Somehow
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
That's it. So
that
I've seen like
was the
4.5
last
Star
good
Wars
one.
movies. Yeah,
I'll give Rogue One a pass. Like, I actually enjoyed Rogue One. I will give that one a pass. It's the only Disney Star Wars movie that I actually didn't end up vomiting in my mouth.
Yeah.
But that being said, they still had to have like this like, it's so twisted when you think about it too, right? There's this like quote unquote funny, like this quirky female robot, right? One of these droids, and they take her mind and put it in the Millennium Falcon. And her whole thing was that she wanted freedom and wanted to live her life free, even though she was a droid. And her destiny was to have her mind, like, and she's still conscious, locked inside the Millennium Falcon. I can't think of a bigger, like a worse hell for a character that wants freedom.
That
honestly.
was Solo. That was Solo, the movie.
Was that Solo?
Yeah.
No, wasn't she in fucking... Wasn't she in...
That was Solo.
Good. Then, Rogue One's all good then.
Yeah.
Rogue One. Because, I've seen Rogue One, Solo, Mandalorian Season 1, and I think it was like halfway through Mandalorian Season 2 that I just like dipped out and I was just done.
I actually like the Mando Season 1 and 2, but the third one is total ass.
Was Season 2 when they had Boba Fett in it, like Old Man Boba?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one I dropped out of. Okay.
That's the one where Boba is actually a badass.
Solo was garbage, says Henry. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And Andor, I've heard good things about Andor, but I just can't be, like, it seems so boring. It's just all talking and shit. I can't be bothered with it, honestly.
Actually,
and Leet, that's right. Yeah, Leet.
Incest sex to make it interesting to the normies. With all the talking and all the politics.
Game of Thrones ruined that for everyone. Game of Thrones, they did it in Game of Thrones. That is not the thing people liked about Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones was about dragons and fucking sword fighting, and yeah,
exactly.
Main characters dying like fucking crazy.
My point was just Disney. My point was just that all had to do was stick with some version of the EU, and they would have made money.
They could have.
It's like when they get a superhero character and they make a brand new story for them. So you've got 60 years of Iron Man story. Iron Man is probably not a great choice because the first Iron Man movie was pretty great. But
Iron Man 2 and 3 aren't very great though.
That's true. That's true. They probably could have gone back to the books and found something that's a little bit more engaging. But yeah, some of these characters, they just make a brand new story for them when you've got decades. And a lot of the old comics aren't great. A lot of it was just filler. A lot of it was just like, we've got to get a book out on time. It's going to be on the spinner racks, and 8-year-olds are going to buy it. Like, it didn't have to be amazing, but there were some absolute gems in there if they bothered to look. But they don't. They think they know better. And
but think about it this way, right? Like, you know, sure, a lot of old comic books aren't the best, but imagine if they made like a Superman movie where he was like he used all the worst powers that he ever had, like, you know, Superman where he shoots little midget Superman out of his hands, right?
Yeah.
Would that not make $1 million just from the headlines alone?
You're probably right.
Like, it would be so good. Imagine a Superman movie where he uses the cellophane S, he uses the memory wiping kit, and he shoots mini Superman out of his hands, and then he reverses time at the very end of it. Wouldn't that be the coolest shit? Like the best Superman movie you've ever seen would be that movie.
I think it still is the best Superman movie I've ever seen.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to another topic because we've been talking for ages about this shit. Check this out, right? This fucking guy. This pisses me off because I'm a comic book artist, right? I still might make a video about this too because this annoys me, right? Have you heard of Francesco Mattina?
Nope.
He's a quote-unquote artist, all right, at DC. He's worked in Marvel and stuff too, right? But he keeps getting jobs at DC doing covers, okay? And here are his covers. Despite his newest work is all mostly AI, but the thing he's most famous for is tracing other people's stuff. And he's been called out on it multiple times.
And that's not even subtle either. I remember there's a panel in The Boys by Derek Robertson, and he's got a picture. He's got a profile of Superman that Alex Ross painted in Kingdom Come, flipped it, turned it on an angle, and he traced it to make it Billy Butcher in like issue 27 of The Boys or something like that. So he was tracing, but it was subtle. It took someone who really knew what they were doing to find the exact panel that Alex Ross had originally painted, flip it, angle it, and superimpose it to know the difference. Some of these are really blatant. Like he's not, and that Punisher pose. Like I'm not even a great artist. I'm like a.
It's not difficult though, right?
That's not a hard pose. That's one of the most bitch basic poses in the world to draw. I can smash that out right now in about 10 minutes. That's not a difficult one. That's a little bit more difficult, but it's so clearly taken. Like he didn't even. It's not even a different character,
color scheme or anything. He was just like, "Here you go, let's."
I mean,
imagine if you're doing like Carnage Storm or something. So you use a picture of Phoenix to be Storm's pose. These are so blatant. I mean that helmet, the angle, everything.
The difference with the Boys is that's a parody, right? So like the Boys.
I mean, yeah, you can get away with ripping things off.
That's a parody, so that kind of
yeah.
makes sense, right? But like, you can't.
Well, yeah, I give more leeway to a parody for sure. Yeah, but this is he gets paid a lot of money to do this shit, and when you have people in the indie scene and we're all trying really hard, and we're all getting better at our own rates and shit, and we're actually genuinely getting better. You have this dude who's just like ripping people off, and he gets paid constantly. He's on a large number of DC comic books, and as an artist, it pisses me off. Like, look at this shit from Riot Games in 2019, DC Comics 2021. Like, that's literally just a mirror image.
When people say the worst thing about this, it's very rarely the worst thing. So I don't know if this is the worst thing, but it might be. The worst thing about this is it shows that the companies who are hiring, they don't give a shit. They just want that end product. Even if they're pointing out, hey, he's tracing, they're like, we don't care. Hey, he's using AI to generate the art. We don't care. We paid him money. He gave us an image. We're going with it. Like they just do not care. There's no integrity there.
Hold on. DC did actually say that they're not using any AI art, and they removed a bunch of covers. That was how people caught him out with the AI stuff. But this guy's still getting jobs with things that quote unquote aren't AI, but it's just him tracing shit.
Yeah. Well,
so
I think it shows they don't care. They don't care enough. It used to be that the cover was a really big deal, and now it's just, is it good enough? Will it get us over the line? Is it something that we can sell? Is it an exclusive?
Yeah,
that's
look there. They've changed the arm, but that's like the same picture right there. Bloody hell. Yeah, you can see it all here. He's like, he's trying to mutate it in some. Like, he's trying to hide it better in some than he is in others. But like, you can still, like, you can catch it. Like, look, there it is right there. That's just the same image, but like, he drew a mask on this one, like on this second one.
Just take a photo and do the reference that way, or
oh, look at that one.
It's blatant.
That one's just some bullshit.
That's so cheap.
He doesn't have a style.
Well,
no, he doesn't.
Point. Yeah.
What the hell is this?
Is that Greg Land's porno faces?
Just straight up tracing, from porn, yeah. Yes, that's Greg Land.
I knew someone was going to reference Greg Land, and he's like a meme at this point.
All right, yeah, that's the end of that. But yeah, Greg Land is one of the worst, and I don't think it might be this guy though. I don't think it's Francesco Mattina, but whoever it was that was doing the Alien covers. Remember that from a few years ago when Marvel
they
first
said
got a hold of
they had
Alien, they were tracing the toys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
see the
and like,
joints.
honestly, I can't even read that, man. I've read all the Alien comics, just like the way I've read all the Spawn comics, right? I've read all the Alien comics. I can't read these new Marvel ones because they're literally just action figures that have been traced, and you can tell because they're always in that same pose.
I would rather something flawed and stylized, and I could pick someone like Kirby, even John Romita Jr.
Flawed but stylized.
No,
I'll
I take that.
over
No, I take that
anything
back. I
any
can't.
day.
I can't do modern JR. I can't. I mean, if it was 1990s JR, yeah, okay. But no, I'll take a traced Alien action figure over whatever he was doing in Superman a couple of years ago.
I actually heard the disgust in your voice when you said that.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you say something and you're like, oh, I got to take that back before it gets out there. I got to take it back before it
I
becomes
shouldn't have
canon.
said that.
Yeah. Like you say it and even you can't believe it.
Yeah, well, this guy, honestly, like, you know, I wanted your opinion on it, Kim-san, because you're a writer, you know? Like, I'm an artist, and you've heard me go off about AI and everything, right? So naturally, I'm going to crack the shits. I'm going to get real mad over this.
Yeah.
But, like, you as a writer, like, your opinion, it would differ from mine. You know, and crazy mad, you as someone who doesn't even like comic books, your opinion would differ from mine.
No, I'm in accordance. Like I don't like the blanket way that the corporations just like look at close enough's good enough. If it gets us an image that we can sell, if it's cost effective, and in timely fashion too. If he's able to say, hey, I can't remember what it's called. Is it Control Net? Something where you can take one image and turn it into another, so it keeps elements of the same. So it goes picture of the Flash or picture of Nova, whichever one came first, chicken or the egg.
G'day, Adeline.
Say, hey, turn this into a picture of the other character, and they do. If they needed a cover tomorrow, this guy could deliver, so he's going to get paid for that. And ultimately, they are a business. That's what they're going to care about. And if they get called down on it, they can just memory hold that shit. They can just call the people a racist or a bigot, and it's not an issue. It doesn't really affect them
anymore. That go-to bullshit does not work anymore. People have clicked onto that. You call me a racist, and it doesn't even mean shit.
No,
you know, like, oh,
well,
you're just a homophobe. How? Yeah, just call me a Nazi, bro. Just get it over with and move on.
They're all just buzzwords.
Yeah.
They don't mean anything anymore.
When those words actually needed to be used from now on, they're not going to be able to be used. People are going to say it and they're going to conflate it with other stuff. Like they've taken the power those words had, and now we don't have an efficient word.
They took the wrong message from The Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, no, that's not what you were supposed to learn from that story, guys. But anyway, let's see. I'm going to skip this one because I don't want to. Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. I'm going to show it real quick. We're not going to really talk about it much, though. Did you know this is a thing? This is the weak men thing I was going to talk about. Hobby horsing. It's a real sport, apparently.
How do you, like...
I'm not playing that music. What the fuck?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, no.
It's bad enough. I've never seen women do it. I've never seen a bloke doing it before.
Well,
it's much worse. Yeah, thanks. Oz is like, geez. Like, well, I mean, there's nothing masculine about. Look at the way he's trotted. This is a fetish for somebody. He's fetishizing this shit. He's putting on a show. He's being made to perform in this way. There's something, some sort of power play, being the object of attention, being on display, being exposed, voyeurism. I don't know what it is, but there's Mo's right. Golf is a better sport than this. No, this is terrible. It's terrible that it exists. It's terrible that people want to come along and watch this. Like, it's not. It's adding to this degradation, destruction of the fabric. Straight up. What?
This is
the
where
fabric
Shifty, this is where Shifty comes in and goes, hobby horsing is so much fun. You need to try it.
Yeah, guys, you just don't understand. It's actually really cool. This is so much gayer than I ever imagined.
Yeah, it's like they're all agreeing that this is happening. This is a thing. Yeah, he's really like, you know, they're all agreeing that this thing that's not real is real. Like, sure, all of them know that he doesn't actually have a horse. He's not actually riding a horse, but they're participating as in as if it's a real thing, as if it's. Well, no, I mean, David. With the right women, you know, it'd have to be a women's only sport.
But this is dude, so no nude.
No, Felix, this is the legit thing. They all have trophies at the end of the video. and there's judges. You keep getting glimpses of the judges.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is I mean, yes, it's a joke, but no, they are.
No, but it's
serious.
not. It's not a joke. It's real. People do this. There's too many
Get
people.
back to moving rocks, boys. Even that makes more sense.
Like, this is because what are you marking? What are you grading? It's just some motherfucker prancing around in leg
He's
warmers.
just
Like, that's
skipping
not-
around, yeah.
It's not even. It's nothing.
Henry's
But,
right.
I mean, the right.
This
Hey,
is-
look at them at the
right
end. They all
women.
have trophies.
That is literally a Monty Python bit.
Mo's right. Women did start this. This was something that women started because they couldn't, wouldn't have access to participate in the real thing. It's like there's this whole sub community of mostly women online who play Red Dead Redemption online just for the horse care and just for riding the horses and all the stuff you can do with the
my
horses.
God.
And
Of course there is.
the manes and the tails, how you can braid them and stuff like that. They just, and apparently there's like whole groups of them. They get together and they do these big rides across the map. They don't actually fight. They don't actually hunt. They don't do anything. It's just for the horse interaction. There's like Horse Simulator 2024 for them.
Well, first interpretive dance, now this. I hate it here. Fantastic.
Katie says, women started, but men did not have to continue. It's like, you got me there. That's like, I can't
No,
argue.
most like real men didn't.
I was gonna say that. I didn't want to like no true Scotsman. It's like no true man, no real man is participating in hobby horsing.
Well, yeah, there you go. There's that thing. But here we go. We've got to wash our mouths out after that crap. We've got a real man here. This guy's, check out this fucking king, right? Because this bitch tried to put him on blast, right? Girl gets mad that he took her to Starbucks, right? Listen to how this dude handles it. What a fucking...
Ladies, this man right here is broke. He's broke. Look at him. Look at him.
I'm gonna take you home.
Look broke.
I'm gonna take you back home.
What did you think was gonna happen? He's lucky he didn't just kick her out
In
right
your
there.
car right now, and you want to take me home.
Yeah, he's taking her home. I
You
would have
sure
kicked her
about
out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you can get any other day, right? Just like you said, you can get any dude to come and pay for your meal.
Yeah,
and take you out
man.
and wine down, right? You can get that at any
So,
time, right?
so now we're not going on the date because you don't want to.
She put him on blast publicly, and brought him
and she's
down.
got her
tore him
phone
down.
So
out.
then
She's
there's no
not
option.
hiding
Then
it.
why aren't we going on the date? Like an actual date.
You don't deserve that shit, bitch. And that's what he's making
You got your
clear.
phone out, filming this interaction right now.
Okay,
For what
because
reason?
I thought I was getting pranked at this point.
Yeah,
Like it
he's
feels
a real
like
gentleman.
it's not
yeah.
real because I've never had a grown man take me to Starbucks for a date.
What's wrong
You
with
never go
What is this, high
Starbucks?
school?
You never had a grown
You
man
never
in
going
jail
for coffee?
because
Yeah, like
you
I
know,
thought coffee
you're
dates were
real,
like a
you
pretty
should
standard
respect
date.
me,
Are
take
you-
some $5
Right, like let's go out for
That's-
coffee.
You know what?
That's the first date I had with my
I'm gonna do you one better.
now wife.
There you go.
Let's go get coffee. Like, I'm
What?
not taking you for a
dude
lobster
can
dinner.
come and get you and take
First
you out,
time
right?
I know
Okay,
you.
Cool. Let me go ahead and make sure that's the case.
Huh.
We'll pull over right
Are
here.
you serious?
He's kicking her out, isn't he?
Are you?
Yeah.
Go ahead and get out.
You know what?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Go back on your profile. Ask one of them
Whatever.
dudes to pick you up.
Yeah, get one of those other dudes to pick you up. What a
Why
fucking legend.
Why don't you pay for that Uber, bitch?
Right?
She's paying for something. She could have had a free coffee. Now she got nothing.
Yeah, woman calling man broke, but she can't even pay for her own food. Like he's definitely paying for this whole thing.
And
Yeah.
that's this mentality. And I haven't seen it in real life because I've been married forever. But you see it
Akuma was like
a lot
girl
online.
expecting to go on a proper nice restaurant
Yeah.
looking like that.
No lie. Is this idea of like dates as experiences as opposed to a chance to get to know somebody? It's like, oh, because if it's not transactional, if it's not him taking you out on a date and paying for a fancy meal with the expectation of something later on, which is an awful situation to find yourself in the first place.
Well, it is when you put it like that.
Yeah, we either, like you're paying for sex or getting paid for sex one way or the other. Like if there's no expectation there, if it's not transactional, then it is just a chance to get to know someone. Why, like you got no right to expect anything that big and that grand. It's like, yes, a cup of coffee is the bare minimum. That's you shouldn't really be expecting any more than that. What if you don't vibe? You're expecting to pay for a big meal and a fancy restaurant.
right.
And like who the fuck wants to go to a big fancy restaurant anyway? What can you get at a fancy exclusive $200 a plate restaurant that you can't get from just your regular? There's not this, like these chicks do not appreciate caviar. They don't appreciate pate. They don't appreciate truffle oil and shit. Like they don't know that stuff. They don't know. They just want to.
Yeah,
flash
I
it
don't
on
need to
Instagram.
spend $200 for you to eat a salad.
Note out there, ladies. If you go out with Kemosabe, you're getting Macca's.
Fuck yeah,
You're getting
man.
Hungry
No,
Jacks.
honestly, women love McNuggets, bro. I've never had a girlfriend in my life who wasn't like, buy me some McNuggets.
Yeah,
Or-
that is 100% true.
You buy some and they want some of yours.
Oh, right.
That's it. You
Yeah,
know, it's
no.
like, you want anything? No, I'm good. Okay, well, I'll get a 20-pack of nuggets because I know you're going to be reaching across the table in a minute. Mo says he's not paying her to sell it, he's paying her to toss one. Well, look, if you're getting the lobster dinner,
Exactly.
you might have to take a trip to Browntown. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Oz says Chemo took his girlfriend to Macca's dates confirmed, and Katie says that she hates McNuggets.
Well, that's because you're from England and they don't have real food over there.
Yeah, your McNuggets are probably shit. Australian McNuggets are awesome, and I assume American McNuggets are too.
Yeah, they are shit, but
Oz is like, McNuggets are shit.
but they're still McNuggets.
Yeah, well, anyway, the last thing I've got for you guys today before we close out and everything, become a member, guys, for the giveaway in like 2 days. But this is something, because I had to hear it, now you do too. Because this is fucking, ugh. Like, I don't even know what this is, honestly. Maybe you guys can clear this up for me and tell me what it is. Because I don't even know what this is. Like this weird bagpipe-looking machine that she's got.
What
Is that a cervix?
I don't know.
Is that supposed to be a uterus?
I have no idea.
Why are you doing this?
Why does it have teeth?
I have no idea what this is. Danny.
All right. At the same time.
Like a lot of work went into this.
Yeah, I know. She made this is a thing that was made
specifically for this purpose, and the outfit and everything, and then choose to go somewhere publicly and do, like, this is not that different from the hobby horsing. This is what she expects in Star Wars. Yes, this would be an instrument in Star Wars.
Why is she jerking off that alien?
I think that changes the noise it makes. I honestly don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, man. I really have no idea. I didn't even know how to like make a joke about it, because like, what is this thing? What even is it? Is that made of meat?
Where
Like, what
are
we
you in
looking
your
at?
life where you start on the road down to something like this? Like, what chicken and egg? What came first? Was it the army style costume? Was it the alternative bagpipes that look like something out of a?
It might have
David
been
Lynch movie?
Adam, yeah.
Yeah. Where do you start on the journey to this place? And what is the like? You put a microphone to it now and say, "Are you fulfilled? Are you happy this happened? Is this what you wanted? Is this the outcome you wanted? Are you glad
is
that
this what you set out to do?
Yeah.
This
you
is like
originally set out to do?
this is like The Handmaid's Tale meets Aliens.
What would your father think right now?
She doesn't have a father. That's how she ended up here. She turned her father
Honestly,
into those bagpipes.
I heard that, like, when I saw this, I was like, I don't understand. You know, I was just like, I'm going to have to show everyone else this because it sounds horrible and it looks horrible, and I don't know why this is being done, you know?
You just need to click on that little comment thing there and then be like, your mother and I miss you. Come home.
Right?
All is forgiven.
But yeah, this is a thing that you guys have seen and heard now.
It doesn't even sound good.
I don't know what is the point of it? Is this like, was she standing next to some sign that was like, meet his murder or some shit, and that's just not in the video? I don't understand what I'm fucking looking at. And I don't get, like, is it funny? Kinda. But like, what the fuck is it? Yeah, the sphincter on top. Right? Why does it have teeth, Oz? That was the thing that bothered me the most. Like, when I noticed that it moves, I was like, oh, what the fuck? But yeah, Henry's like, I don't know, it's growing on me.
I just saw Mo's comment. Why is she jerking off that alien? Because the music in Star Wars is called jizz.
There you go, yeah. Jizz bands. It doesn't even sound good. Okay, boom. And Am I getting old? Is that what this means?
It's exactly what it is.
But yeah, either way,
That's
all we have for you today, guys.
I'm sorry I had to see that.
I'm not. I'm glad that, I'm glad that I was able to share that with all of you. I hope you like and subscribe for whatever the fuck that just was.
And back the Embrace for whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah, sign up for the Embrace 2 on Indiegogo. It'll be here in like 3 weeks. It's going to be sick. The 12th of July, we're launching. There's a lot of huge surprises coming your way. You're going to love it. But, yeah, become a member too, because, giveaways in 2 days. So
pushing rocks makes way more sense than that bagpipe.
It does, right? Women complain that we're pushing rocks downhill, and then they go and do shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
at least the rock had a purpose. At least it had an outcome, and that outcome was achieved.
Right?
We made a big splash. We didn't jerk off some alien to weird noises.
Exactly.
And if we did, we'd have a good reason for it.
Yeah.
See, Oz is sharing a bunch of the emojis in the chat. Good man, Oz. You're a great member. This is why you should become a member. If not for the giveaway, for the sick emojis that we can't see on our end, but I'm sure everyone can see in the chat. Yeah, like, subscribe, and do the whole thing. Become a member, and remember to get on the beers.
As best we can tell, the pub is shut. That's not appropriate. If people simply get on the beers,